Welcome to another edition of the Paranormal Zone. I'm your co-host, Tom Spitalere. Bob's out on assignment. Melissa's out on assignment. So today we have somebody new with us, a greenhorn.
Yes, very green in all
Very
aspects.
green. A member of Essex County, a member of the UFO group. Let's welcome Tim.
Yes, Tim. Thank you for having me, Tom. I appreciate the opportunity, and hopefully I don't put everybody to sleep.
Nah, you won't do that. So I came in with an idea for tonight's show, and it just went out the tubes when I just was sideswiped.
Yeah, that'll put a wrench in a lot of gears. But you're soldiering on, so...
Yeah, the car's still drivable. I just lost my side mirror. It's out on the off-ramp on 495.
It's also out on assignment now.
Yeah, you got it. So, well, with the summer coming, summer's here. We just had a great 4th of July weekend, celebrating 250 years of American history. As far as the paranormal's, well, we had fireworks in every community. Did you get to any fireworks?
No, I was an old man and just stayed in the house Saturday night. We're up in the woods. We hear enough fireworks every weekend anyways.
That you don't need the extra.
Yeah.
Lawrence Community Access TV, myself, were out filming the fireworks. I want to thank Sarah. This weekend in Lawrence, and then we filmed the Lawrence Heritage State Park event. So it was a very busy weekend.
Well, hopefully you got to have time to enjoy all those fireworks.
I always enjoy it. Filming the fireworks are fun.
Of course.
And then we got out of there later than normal, so that was even easier to get out because the show had already ended.
Right.
The driving out show at beautiful historic Lawrence Stadium, the football field, because there's only so many ways in and out.
Of course.
So if you rush to leave right after the last firework,
you're still there as long as the last person to leave?
Right. I think we left about 20 minutes after the fireworks had ended and had pretty much clear sailing all the way out.
Yeah, that's not too bad. 20 minutes ain't bad.
No, we waited 20. We didn't wait with the car idling. We're packing stuff away.
Right.
So about 20 minutes.
Hey, you save 20 minutes of gas that way.
Yeah, instead of sitting there going, oh, yeah, fun. All right, so what are we going to talk about today? Well, let's see. It's summertime. That's always fun, isn't it?
Doesn't feel like it today with the dreary weather.
No, it did feel like it over the weekend.
Yeah.
Actually, all last week it was a heat wave. We're over 100 degrees 2 days in a row.
It was a pretty brutal time, and it's coming right back.
It is, but today we had a breather, especially for the people who work out in the yard. It is raining now, but it is what it is.
It was a nice day before now.
Yes, it was a nice morning, and then it started raining. So we got a little water the grass, water the flowers, and get ready for the next barn burner or scotcha, as we say here in New England. Scotcha.
Yeah, I don't have that accent, so I'm not even going to attempt my
Not going to try that? No.
No.
Essex County does have a quick, we're involved in a big case. You haven't been on it yet from when we're going back, but it's turning out to be multiple units.
Oh, okay.
In a secret location in southwestern New Hampshire.
Oh, wow.
Have already been there 3 times. We have a manager who liked a certain female, who happens to like certain females in the building.
So he has that old-timey patriarchy about him.
Yeah, that women, well, you didn't see that one, folks. But yeah, this is back in the 1920s and earlier, where women weren't allowed in the workforce. They just got involved in the workforce, started working there, and he was not a happy manager.
No, I can't imagine they would have been back then in most cases.
No. So, with all of that going on, it made it real interesting case. It's been a real interesting case. We've been back there so many times I lost track of it now. But it's we've been going during the week, and I know you can't get out during the week because it's a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, the weekdays are a little tough.
Yes, they are for a lot of, well, I'm just happen to be lucky enough that I have a schedule that,
Yes.
you know, that kind of dictates that I can, the weekends are tougher for me, where the weekdays are tougher for you.
Yeah.
So we do the best we can.
The ships passing in the night.
Yes, they are passing in the night. So, you know, we could talk about a few things today. So, I know you just started with us, which is cool.
Right.
You started as a, well, as they put it out in the forests of New Hampshire, a greenhorn.
Yes.
Now, there were greenhorns in the forest of New Hampshire that at least cut down a few trees in their backyard. With the paranormal,
I've done some weed whacking.
right, that's about it.
Haven't cut any trees yet in the paranormal field.
So, you've been on a couple cases with us.
Right.
Without naming the cases, I just want to make sure we name this publicly. Have you found anything interesting?
There was one where we had the unexplained hallway light turning on and off, where we had everybody canvassing the possibilities. That was a little curious. I mean, obviously there are options where it could be some electrical thing or somebody playing some tricks, but as of now, that was pretty compelling.
Yeah, I remember that. That case was in Massachusetts. Had a private home with generational paranormal issues.
Yes.
We did the best we could for them.
They definitely had a deep belief.
It was a deep, deep belief.
Yes.
And sometimes those are the hardest cases to handle.
Right.
That and the other hard one to handle are the ones that people have a touch of issues with. They're not bad, but the spirit knows how to manipulate the mind. It makes
Yes.
those cases are even tougher than
Yes.
that. So it'll be interesting where some of this stuff does go. Now, you went to one of my favorite places. You've been there a couple times, if I remember correctly. And we're going to talk about that because we got 250 coming up. This is the 250 year of America, and Essex County is going to be doing some 250 celebrations coming up. We haven't done much because with 13 weekends of rain and 3 weekends of 100-degree plus,
Yeah.
unless we had a ghost hunt at, well, not even Hampton Beach today. We'd have to go to Maine to be safe.
All right. You got to be careful at Hampton Beach. Somebody was just murdered there. over the
Yeah,
weekend.
well, not only that, there's also brown stuff floating in the water from the Merrimack River issue. So, you know, they had some
not a
issues
good
out there.
time.
No.
But I do hear Goody Cole likes to frequent, just not far from Hampton Beach, if I remember correctly.
Correct, yeah, Goody Cole, there's not, you'll get to Goody Cole in a few minutes. But let's talk about, because I've been there many a times, you've been there a couple times, at least that I know of, maybe more, the Sandown Meeting House.
Yeah, I think I've actually only been there one time, which was the first time I met Bob.
Oh, so you didn't come back when we...
No,
At
I
all
wasn't.
when-
I wasn't there when you were getting name called. I only heard the stories.
Oh, okay. So what happened with you over at the Sandown Meeting House? Anything?
It was a quiet night. We had some readings on the spirit box, but nothing physically seen or anything like that. It was, as I believe you called it, a scorcher. There's my attempt at the accent. It was the middle of August.
That was a good accent.
I mean, I have been here for a while. I have a little bit of experience.
So the night of that scorcher in August,
Yeah, I mean, it was generally a
it
quiet
was
night.
because that night you guys were there. We weren't there.
Right.
Because we had already booked the event to Hilldale Cemetery.
Okay.
So that's why I wasn't there
Right.
the night that you went and a bunch of other people went. But you remember us having any other experiences there?
No, outside of getting
heat?
some lights on the box, it was a pretty quiet night. I think we were only there for maybe an hour and a half anyway.
Well, yeah, because it was a scorcher.
Yeah,
Yeah, the meeting house, we've gotten the spirits up in the loft up top, down below. I was almost shoved out the window over there. Well, I was trying to make contact with a spirit and something pushed me right up against the window up near the eagle's nest.
he knew what he was doing.
and that's that big thing you walk up at the front and you're overlooking the audience. Yeah. Not eagles. Sorry, the crow's nest.
Is that a parapet? Is that the term?
Yeah, or a crow's nest. But yeah, no, we that one was interesting.
It's a very cool place. It has that historical New England look, which you love too.
And did you come to the train station with us?
I was at the train station.
Did you have any excitement there? I know you were working with Bob that night, if I remember.
No, I was actually with you that whole night.
That night, okay.
Yeah, I've only been there one time as well.
And did you have anything exciting happen there that night?
I mean, there was definitely a lot of lighting up of, was it the spirit box, I believe it was? Mm-hmm. We had that sitting on a barrel, and that was lighting up a lot. You were doing a lot of channeling, you were getting a lot.
Yeah, no, that's another exciting place of activity. I mean, Lincoln took that train, Lincoln stayed nearby. We did a house that Lincoln stayed at. There was a bed and breakfast. It's got paranormal activity. We got at least 3 other locations I'm familiar with in that small area, hence why we're calling that the Sandown Triangle. And as you know, the train station and the town hall, literally right next door to one another.
Okay. And have you guys done the town hall?
Not the town hall, the meeting house.
Okay.
So when you take that road to the meeting house, the first thing you're going to see is the train station.
Right.
You go up the hill and there's the meeting house.
Yeah, it's a stone's throw.
And then down below that, not too far, maybe a mile or so, is where the vineyard is, Zavino Vineyards.
Okay.
And I was at a wedding there one time for a staff member who used to work here at the studio, and said no cameras. She wanted to leave all the cameras in the car because she paid somebody to take pictures. That was fine.
Right.
I'm sitting there watching 2 hot dog shaped UFOs fly right over the.
Oh, there you go.
And it was on Halloween night. That made it even more interesting.
And unfortunately, no camera to catch that.
No. Which was kind of horrid. Because I would have loved to catch that. So, with that said, we've covered a little bit here. All right. So, some of the stuff I want to go over. What is some of the equipment you've used? We'll talk about some of that next.
I've just used some of the bare bones stuff. The tech guy, Bill, has taken me under his wing when I'm with him. He's definitely shown me the ropes on how to use all the equipment. A lot of the things that you don't even see on like all the television shows.
Yeah, when it comes to equipment, Bill is probably the best tech guy in New England.
Yes,
if not even further than that.
And he is very thorough with getting all those readings and making sure that he's got the baseline and.
Oh yeah, his reports are very thorough too.
Yes, he has got a passion for those number crunchings.
Well, that's how we find out if there's something there or not. Yes, it's good to have the psychics pick it up. It's great to have the backup with the equipment.
Right.
And then that's how you really know you got something good. So what do you use so far that's your favorite piece of equipment?
I mean, like I said, I haven't used too many. So I think, what is it called? The K2 meter?
K2 meter, yeah. That's a good one.
That's the one I'm most familiar with at this time, which I guess is the best beginner one.
Yeah, that's one of the best ones out there. I mean, it tells you what it's reading, how much it's reading, what's reading out there, what's going on.
Right. And I feel it is definitely picked up some things that, I mean, I can't obviously see anything through it, but I've picked up readings where it seemed unexplainable compared to a few feet this way or that way.
A few inches that way, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, no, that can happen with a kid. That's why these meters are so sharp and powerful. K2s are, if you know what you're doing with them, they're one of the best instruments out there. We use that a lot. We have a few of them.
Right. I mean, my best anecdotal evidence for it was doing a walk around Hilldale with you and Bill.
Yeah.
We were at some of the stones where you do a talk, and the K2 meter was going nuts. And not that my personal experience says one way or another. There was also a lot of tingly of the hands while the K2 was going off, and it wasn't going off if I would step a few steps that way, but it was just an interesting 1-2 punch of paranormalness.
Yeah, we never know what we're going to get when we go somewhere, so it's always interesting to see what the equipment and what the psychics pick up. And when the psychics are picking up what the equipment's picking up, you definitely know it's 100%. I mean, unless you're like, a team that rigs things, but if you don't rig them and you do it the proper way, the right way.
Yeah, might not be as glamorous or as exciting, but it's better evidence.
And you're keeping your clients happy.
Right.
I mean, 2 people I've always respected in the field. Yes, they take a lot of heat, but if it wasn't for what they did that took the heat, we would not probably be where we are today.
And we're talking the Warrens.
The Warrens. Yes, Ed and Lorraine Warren do have a colorful past.
Yes.
And yes, Ed and Lorraine Warren do things a little different. And yes, Ed and Lorraine Warren love the press. But without the press, paranormal doesn't become forefront. Without the dangerous research that they did, letting people stay under too long, they saved hundreds of people's lives throughout since they started their journey.
Right. It's definitely a story that not everybody that is interested in that stuff is familiar with. They get, I imagine, a lot of their knowledge, so to speak, from the Conjuring movies, where they think they might know the gist of what they were doing throughout their careers. But sure
yes, they made mistakes. We've all made mistakes. They're human just like you, me, and everybody else.
But that's not good cinema.
No. That doesn't sell movies.
No.
That's why you need to read about this stuff. The movie was fun to watch. I did go see all the Conjuring movies. They scared me a little bit. I'm not big into jump scare movies.
No, my heart can't handle the jump scares anymore. And my wife loves to jump scare me.
That doesn't help.
No. Her favorite thing is if she hears me coming home from work and she's home, she'll just go hide behind something, and it's just an automatic reaction that I'll walk in, realize she's not where I expect her to be, and it's just oh no. Just a sigh of, I know she's hiding somewhere.
Right.
She gets a kick out of that more than actually scaring me, which a lot of the times gives it away. But no, jump scares, too old for that.
Yeah, no, it's interesting to know what's going on out there, though. And it's interesting. Without the Warrens, though, we wouldn't have had the stuff we have today.
Right.
A lot of the answers. So you have to give credit where credit is due.
Yeah, it probably made dozens or hundreds of people join the field to help create and refine equipment.
Right, exactly. I mean, because the equipment is only as good as it's made out to be. And remember, there's no such thing as real ghost equipment.
Right.
All the equipment we use has been used for something else.
Correct. And it's an interesting thing where, like we were talking with Bill, having all his different equipment, where he'll be reading things you might not even think equate to a ghost hunt or research, where you're searching for radiation in the basement or something like that, just getting those readings. Which
right.
is, before I joined you guys, I never would have thought checking for radiation would have anything to do with a paranormal investigation.
Well, it does, especially if you got an old stone basement.
Right.
Because that stuff is radiation, and it's not good for the body, and it can make you see, just like electric magnetic fields, can make you feel things if you're allergic to them. You know, same idea.
Right. Going through it.
Right, we're going through it. But the electromagnetic field, the same things, you know, you gotta be careful how much you're dealing with that because that's not healthy for you.
Right. And I'm sure you can speak to that more than other people just as a channeler.
Yeah.
You're bringing in that energy and beating
Well,
the heck out of
channeling,
yourself.
well, that's a good thing to bring up. Channeling, is it safe? Is it not safe? That's what people ask me all the time. Why do you do it? It takes a piece of you, someone once told me.
Right.
It does this to you, it does that to you.
But if you're
But wait a minute. On my way here tonight, I took a right-hand turn onto an off-ramp and got screamed.
Yeah, no, that guy took a piece of your car.
Yeah. I mean, it's the same idea.
Right.
We can walk out of here tonight, go across the street to the restaurant, and the chances of getting hit can happen.
Yeah, there's always a non-zero chance.
Right, exactly. So, you know, just like the paranormal, everything you do, it's a chance.
Right.
And we'll just, you know, you can only take so many chances, but sometimes you have to take those chances for those clients. Because the client's in a rough spot, especially some of the clients we get.
Right.
And other teams do get too.
Yeah, but they're not calling us to get on TV.
No.
So it's usually an actual problem if they're getting in touch with you.
Right, exactly.
No glamour involved.
No glam and no nothing involved. I mean, you just don't know what things can happen out there. And channeling, I mean, you're at the house in Salisbury with me, right?
I was.
Yeah, remember what happened there?
Yeah, you were channeling somebody specific.
Yeah.
I don't remember who nor would I name it even if I did remember who.
But you see how much it took out of me when it was, so you've actually witnessed it. Just remembered you're on that case in Salisbury.
Yes, and that was one half of that homeowner couple. She was an interesting lady to say the least.
Usually you have one client that's interesting.
Yeah, she had some eccentricities, to say the least. Her hobby of collections were something else. I believe she had an object, I believe it was, that she refused to get rid of that was angering what you were channeling.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we're able to lock it down, so it's much better
Right.
now.
It was what, Egyptian iconography? Is that what it was?
Yes. But it made it very not so easy. But, you know, that's what we do, that's what we're expecting, that's what we try to convey to people, that you can't. You just can't.
Yeah, she definitely did not want to get rid of any of these things, even at the behest of her husband and your expert knowledge. You had to work your way around her wanting to keep these objects and figure out a way to accommodate her.
Yeah, especially when the objects have energy attached to them.
Yeah.
Those are the ones you need to get out and lock away.
Yes.
Like I do. I have special locations that they get locked in.
Which goes back around to, I think that was one of the big things the Warrens did as well, hence them having their famous museum.
Right, and then their son-in-law just turned it into what it is today.
Right.
But it's interesting to see what they're doing.
Where is that museum located again?
New York.
New York?
Yeah.
I thought it was Connecticut.
Oh, no, sorry, Connecticut.
Is it Connecticut?
It is Connecticut, I'm wrong. I'm starting to get a little loopy here.
Hey, no problem. You've had a traumatic event happen before we started talking.
And the paranormal is...
There's always something going in and out of you that the layman like me will never understand, as somebody that doesn't have the ability to channel or feel that there may be things you're always feeling.
Where is the Warren? That's the one. Warren. No, that's the Warren, New Hampshire.
Definitely not that.
No, it's in Connecticut.
That's the one that has the famous Annabelle doll, correct?
Yeah.
Along with a lot of other things that they collected.
The original was in Monroe, Connecticut.
But they've since moved.
They're moving some of it to Salem, Massachusetts, I guess. I thought it got stopped.
Oh, from moving to Salem?
Yeah.
And you're probably going to get more foot traffic in Salem of the people that actually want to see those things.
Right.
For sure.
And it's right off the highway. So that's even better. But yeah, so that would be the place to go. They were in Connecticut, though.
Right. Which is where they were located for their career, correct?
Correct. That's where he lived, Ed Warren and Lorraine Warren. But if they didn't do what they did, we would never have the know-how to do anything in this field.
Right. It was definitely a passion project for them. I mean, they didn't, I don't think, essentially did it to start as a get-rich-quick scheme or for the fame to start.
Right.
I'm sure that came after, and then they capitalized on what they could. But who wouldn't?
Yeah, I mean, in a way you can't blame them because they are the forefront fathers of research of the paranormal.
Fame and money are good, seductive mistresses.
Mm-hmm. And like I said, if they didn't do what they did, we wouldn't even know half the stuff we have today.
Exactly.
So that's another thing we don't think about. We really don't.
No, a lot of people owe a lot to them, like you said earlier. There could be many books written on the things they found and researched.
Oh yeah, for sure. And that's why we have to thank them as the forebearers of the paranormal.
Right.
The first time I read about them, I was fascinated by the work that they do, how they help people.
Right.
And I will continue to fight to say they help people. When things get, how am I going with this thing now? They've done a lot of great things that happens today.
Right.
We wouldn't know how to handle some of these possessions when you use the church. And of course, we all know the church wants this. When we go into a house, qualified ghost hunters that try to know what they're doing, try to understand the whole situation. Will they take the hit? Or we're able to stop the hit?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we take the whole hit on.
Right.
And that's what it's all about in this field. Surviving and helping people.
It is a thankless job a lot of the times.
It is, and that's why I enjoy it, because I see the happiness on people's faces.
Yeah, they're going through some sometimes unexplainable things, some horrific things.
Well, that's, hence, that's why we're talking about some of this stuff. So if you have somebody at home that's going through this stuff, and don't lose sight of this. If you have somebody still living at home that's talking about they're seeing little green people or seeing people at night, listen to them, even if they're babies, and they didn't really fully get the full length maturity and growth
right.
like some of the, like some of his classmates would have.
Yeah, those are some of the creepiest anecdotes I think I come across are the children that
Yeah.
have no incentive to be saying the things they're saying.
Right.
So they usually will come across more believable if I'm reading something in that regard.
Mm-hmm.
Especially the ones that are come across as a reincarnation of some family member where they're saying something that that grandparent had said.
Right. And that's what makes this stuff real interesting. It really does. But at the same token, we have to be careful because sometimes not good spirits mask themselves as grandma, grandpa,
Right.
Uncle Sam, the president, you name it, a dead president, you name it, whoever's around. If they think you're looking for them, they'll show up.
Yeah.
It may not be what you're looking for.
Wherever that unlocked door is.
Right. And that's why keeping those doors locked and secured are very important. So if you do find something odd somewhere, don't throw it away. Don't take it out of a box. Call the paranormal team just to see what it is. It may be nothing.
Yeah.
But you'd rather hear nothing and prove to you it's nothing than to deal with everything else.
Yeah, and all you did was quote unquote wasted Tom's time for a few minutes.
Right.
But you may have saw a really cool historical object, which living and being in New England, you get to see a lot of cool historical objects and places.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, we're definitely spoiled
I mean,
for the United States.
Right. We have a lot of old meeting houses.
Right. I mean, obviously it doesn't compare to Europe or other old worlds, but
No.
New England is definitely a hub for all that cool historical things.
It is. It's a total hub for it.
And even not so much just on the paranormal. Salem, Massachusetts has some really cool historical things. Just like the House of the Seven Gables. Nothing paranormal, but a very cool house.
Right. Well, it's never been fully investigated, but I've
Right.
known employees to tell me that there's
Oh,
stuff
really?
to go bump in the night there. They don't want it investigated, which is their choice.
Yeah, I mean, it also is an active museum.
Right. So, they didn't want it, which is fine. I mean, but I've talked to former employees.
Right.
I took a tour of that house once before and my hair was up on my arm.
Yeah, it's a cool little house just for the historical nature of it on its own.
I mean, that's a pretty cool neighborhood.
Right, it's right there on the edge of downtown.
Edge of the downtown, near the ocean, not too
Right.
far, a little ways off.
Well, if I remember correctly, they moved the house, or one of the houses that are on that property over
Was
there.
moved, correct.
Yeah, I think, was it not the main house that you do the tour of? I can't remember which one it was specifically.
Right.
But
And
I think
then,
it was the house that Nathaniel Hawthorne lived in? Is that
Yes.
correct?
and then of course you have a very famous place to close. Right down the street. It's just laughable as you're walking down the street and you see the old bunghole
Yes, Bunghole Liquors.
liquors.
Yes. I always see that. We'll usually do our annual trip down there, and we always walk down that street, and you gotta shake your head at that place.
Yeah. I bet a lot of people do.
Yeah, it probably gets a few people in the door just for the name.
Right, exactly. Even if they're just getting a bottle of soda instead of
Right,
a bottle
right.
of beer.
I mean, honestly, though, it's an oddity just as a New Hampshire resident to see a liquor store like that. Because in New Hampshire, we only have state-controlled
State-run
liquor stores. So
Yeah.
seeing the Packies
Yeah.
is a
That's
tourist
another
attraction.
New England name, yes,
Yeah.
the Packy. Going to the Packy.
I still got my Massachusetts roots just because I live in the woods in New Hampshire.
You know, we'll be having some big events down in Haverhill.
Yes.
Yeah.
You always love hearing Haverhill.
Yes. We'll be going back to Salisbury. Wait a minute. Sal doesn't want to have a berry baby. It's Salisbury.
I was honestly shocked when Google Maps said Salisbury correctly. I was shocked. It will never get Haverhill right, but it got Haverhill, or it got Salisbury correct. And it almost never gets Peabody correct either.
P-body.
Yeah.
Who wants to pee on somebody? As my friend would say. You know. So, yes, and these old New England roots that we're laughing and joking about right now is part of the reason why the paranormal is so strong.
Right.
We did our house in Marblehead years ago.
Okay.
I think Bill was still with me at that time because he came and gone a couple different times, so he's now back in permanently back. But where was I going? Oh, it was a non-traditional couple. That's how we're gonna put it.
Okay. It's Massachusetts. It's liberal.
Yeah, non-traditional couple. I respect everybody, just so people know that. The ghost in the house never bothered the people before them. They bought the house and it started right away.
Ah, a little bit of Puritan blood in there, huh?
Well, come to find out, it was pretty much what I thought it was. The ship captain who built that house.
Okay.
He left generations of people living in that house alone. Because to them, it was his normal behavior.
Right.
In come the non-traditional couple.
Yeah, he has generations of tradition.
Right, and I tell people this all the time. Do not take today's standards and put them back in the 1690s.
No.
Because if you did,
when those things were happening,
there would not be a lot of stuff written up.
Right. Is that when that house was dated to, the 1600s?
Which house? Yeah.
The Marblehead house?
Yeah. So, and that had, some additions and subtractions to it.
Right.
And it was turned into, it was either 2 condos or 2 different apartments. Don't quote me because it was so long ago, I can't remember. But it was split into 2.
Mm-hmm.
The homeowner did that, the new homeowner.
And that's twice as much money bringing in.
Right. He must not have been too happy with the spirit.
No, you usually don't like your stuff getting messed with, especially after hundreds of years.
Right. Well, we tell people all the time that we may or may not find anything. Doesn't mean you still don't have an issue. It just means the night we were there it was dead.
Right.
Pardon the pun. But if you can, where was I going with this now?
And we also don't have the resources where we can put a family in a hotel and spend an entire night like the TV show does, where we're researching with thousands and thousands of dollars of equipment.
Yes.
It's not as easy as they make it out to be.
No, it isn't. And that's the other problem that happened in the field. I have clients who call me up a day after the investigation. We do it on a Friday night, Sunday. They call, you get the evidence done?
No, I got a day-to-day job to do first.
I work during the daytime. It's going to take a couple of weeks to get that evidence back to you, if there is any evidence.
Yeah. I mean, you go to your doctor to do some blood work. They don't have the answer the next day.
Well, it's been, for me, 2 days I'm waiting to see what, things are like.
Yeah, good things take time. You want it done right, not fast.
Right, exactly. And that's what takes the longest.
I mean, if you're listening to some EVPs, you can't just put it on 2 times speed and hope you hear some big thing. You actually got to sit there and listen.
Yes, you do.
And that is something that is not an easy job, to just sit there and listen to literally nothing for minutes on end. And be like, oh, I heard something. That was just me asking a question. Never mind. And then even then, you have to try to remember, was that sound me cracking my knuckles while I was waiting for an answer? Or was that a disembodied voice?
Yeah, you got to kind of remember everything you're doing.
Yeah, which is why you got to note those things when you can, where, nope, that was a sound I just heard.
Yeah, and that's why it's important to note them. It really is. So that's one thing you were careful about, that's for sure.
Which is a thing that definitely takes practice. When you're doing EVP, you don't have the natural knowledge of notating everything you're hearing.
Right.
Vocally.
Exactly. No, you don't, because you don't know who's gonna take off and say what.
Right.
So, yeah, no, we really don't know, so it makes it even more interesting. So that was a very interesting couple of things that had happened when we were out on cases. We're just gonna go over a couple locations that you can go visit. But get
Okay.
permission at night. During the day, you should be fine. Pentucket Graveyard in Haverhill. Got some great pictures, some EVPs in there, and a few other things. The old burial ground in Haverhill.
And both of those, are they older than Hilldale Cemetery?
Yes, the Pentucket Graveyard, 1668 to 1850. Old burial ground is 1665 to 1975.
Oh wow, that one was active for a while.
Yeah. West Parish Burial Ground, 1780 to 1840.
Because then, in comparison, Hilldale is young.
Yeah.
It was what,
Walnut Grove on Canosa Lake, 1743. The Greenwood Cemetery, 1785.
and these are all Haverhill?
These are all Haverhill. Children of Israel, 1893.
Is that strictly a Jewish cemetery?
Yes. Hilldale's 1859.
Yeah,
Yeah.
1859 is pretty new in comparison to 1660s.
Right. That's what makes,
And you said Hilldale still gets a couple burials a year?
yes, we're waiting on one this week, actually. We know we got it, we're just waiting for the great family to come forward to finish up the paperwork. So, some of the other places you can go to is Saugus Town Hall, Sandown
Train station, which is
Sandown
also...
train station and the Sandown Town Hall.
Yes, and the train station is also their historical society, correct?
No,
No? I thought it was their historical
it's
society.
it's Sandown and the train station are two separate organizations. No, sorry, the Sandown Historical Society runs the train station, that's
Right.
correct. The Sandown something else runs the meeting house.
Okay.
I drew a blank for a minute.
Yeah, because they have a little gift shop in the middle of the train station.
Correct.
They got some cool stuff. Cool, Sandown, was it the Sandown Triangle? Like, they have a big blanket. Very cool stuff if you're into
Yeah.
maps. Which I am definitely a map nerd.
Well, that'll be good because we need all the maps we can get sometime.
Right.
Sometimes we have to draw our own maps. That's how we come up with all these Sandown Meeting House, Sandown Triangle, Sandown, a bridge somewhere hidden in Massachusetts.
Yeah, we gotta find that one old map that's still archived in this town.
Yeah, and that's always fun to do. That's always fun.
It does help to have a connection to the area of
It
that
does.
history.
No, it really does, because the history, the science, and the paranormal all go hand in hand.
Right.
You want the science explanation, Bill will.
Yeah, he's got the science
He's
down.
got the science, I got the history,
Right.
and we balance off really well, which is
It
good.
definitely is a good yin and yang you two have.
Yes.
But if you're only leaning on one or another, you're not gonna get the full picture of anything.
No. And that's why it takes a full team to discuss the full picture.
Right.
And with that, we come to the end of the first episode. Bob will be on periodically. Melissa will be back. There'll be 3 co-hosts running this show and a call-in guest. So if you want to come on the show, get on Paranormal NH's Facebook page or paranormalnh.org, our email site. Email us, tell us you want to come on, what you want to talk about, and we'll be happy to have you on. I want to thank you. Great show today.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for having me. I look forward to doing this again.
I'm heading back to my crypt because I definitely need to head to the crypt now.
You also need to hit the chiropractor too for that neck.
Yeah, probably I'm getting a little headache. But we'll see how that goes. I'll probably get some Tylenol or something. But I'm heading back to the crypt, and we'll see you next week. Thank you all for tuning in, and wherever you tuned in from, whether it was over the big lake of the Atlantic Ocean, if you tuned in from Mexico, Bolivia, Venezuela, Russia, doesn't matter. We thank you all for tuning in. Good night, everybody. This is the Crypt Keeper signing off. Good night.